She was 12, pregnant, and alone, until a stranger changed everything. The night air was colder than usual for early spring, sharp biting. City lights shimmered beyond the trees, but deep in the park's quiet center, only a few scattered lamps lit the winding paths. On one weathered wooden bench beneath a flickering light, a small figure lay curled up tightly, trying to disappear. Her name was Amira. She was 12 years old, and for the past 6 nights, that park bench had been her only home. Her belly, round and unmistakable beneath a stretched pink t-shirt, rose and fell with uneven breaths. Torn jeans hung loosely on her scraped knees. Her sneakers were battered, laces broken. Her braids were tangled. Her face was streaked with dirt and dried tears. Beneath her head, a single thin pillow, the only thing she'd managed to grab, offered a fragile sense of comfort. Amira kept her eyes closed, though she wasn't sleeping. Sleep had become a rare luxury since the night everything shattered. Fear and shame clung tighter than hunger points 6 days earlier. Her secret could no longer be hidden. Her pregnancy showed. Her stepfather's voice had roared through their small apartment. "You disgrace. You will not stay here another night." Her mother stood silently, cold, still, without a word. "Please, Mama, don't send me away." Amira had begged through tears, but her mother just looked away. Before she could speak again, her stepfather had grabbed her arm and dragged her to the door. On her way out, she snatched her pillow, her last piece of comfort. The door slammed shut behind her. Since then, Amira had wandered the streets, too scared to speak to strangers, too ashamed to go to shelter. Every night, she returned to the same park bench. Cold concrete below, cold stars above, her arms wrapped around her belly. The baby kicked sometimes, gentle, fluttering reminders that life still stirred inside her. But how could she care for it? She was just a child herself. Across the park, footsteps echoed. The tall man in a dark blue suit strolled slowly down the path, hands in his pockets, eyes distant. His name was Alexander King, a millionaire businessman known for ruthless negotiations and sharp intellect. That night, however, he left a charity gala filled with empty promises and hollow speeches, and felt strangely heavy-hearted. He often walked through the city late at night, but something this time stopped him cold as a child. Curled up on a bench, as he stepped closer, the scene came into focus. A young black girl, very young, pregnant, alone. The sight hit him like a punch to the chest. How could this happen? How could anyone let this child sleep outside? He hesitated. Would she be scared of him? Could he even help? As he wrestled with instinct and reason, the girl stirred. Her face turned toward him. The shadows revealed the swollen belly, the trembling frame. He couldn't walk away. Taking a breath, he approached the bench. His voice was low, gentle. "Young lady, are you all right?" Amira's eyes flew open. Panic. She sat up fast, backing away. "Don't hurt me, please," she cried. Alexander knelt a few feet away, palms open. "I won't. I promise. You're safe." Her breath came fast, eyes darting, but something in his voice softened her fear. "What's your name?" "Amira," she whispered. "How old are you?" 12. The word struck him like a blow. "Where's your family?" Her eyes welled with tears. "They kicked me out. Because of the baby." Alexander's jaw clenched. A pregnant child. Abandoned. sleeping in a public park. How long have you been here? Almost a week. He nodded slowly, voice steady. Amira, will you trust me? Let me help you. You shouldn't be out here another night. She hesitated. The streets had taught her to be careful, but his voice was different. Finally, she nodded. He stood and held out a hand. Come with me. You'll be safe now. Her small hand trembled as it slid into his. Alexander guided Amira to his car parked just outside the park gates. She clung to his hand. Each step was uncertain. When he opened the door, he looked down gently. Are you cold? She nodded. He took off his jacket, wrapping it around her shoulders. She gripped it tightly, like it might vanish if she let go. Where are we going? Somewhere warm, he said softly, and somewhere safe. He made a quick call. By the time they reached one of the city's top private hospitals, a trusted physician, Dr. Jennings, was already waiting. She was in her 50s, kind-eyed, with a voice like soft rain. She's so young, the doctor whispered, stricken. She's been sleeping on a bench for nearly a week, Alexander said. Help her, please. They brought Amira inside, cleaned her up, fed her, gave her a room. Outside, Alexander spoke with Dr. Jennings. Any family? None, he replied. Not after what they did. Later that night, he returned to Amira's room. She sat in bed, freshly bathed, cheeks flushed from warm food. He sat beside her. Amira, he said gently, I know you've been through more than anyone ever should. If you want to talk, I'm here. She stared at her hands. Then, after a long silence, you won't get mad? Never. Nothing that happened is your fault. Her voice shook. It was my stepbrother. He was 16. When my mom wasn't home, he would touch me. I told her. She said I was lying. Said I was trying to ruin her marriage. Alexander felt sick. And then they sent me away. She looked up at him, eyes glassy. Now I don't know what'll happen to the baby. He reached over, took her hand. Listen to me, Amira. None of this is your fault. You are brave. You are strong. And from now on, you are not alone. I promise. Tears spilled down her face. For the first time in days, she believed him. Days passed in a blur. Alexander ensured she received full medical care. Miraculously, the baby was healthy. So was Amira, though malnourished and traumatized. He stayed by her side, speaking with lawyers, social workers, beginning the process to gain full guardianship. There was no going back. Amira began to recover. Color returned to her face. Her eyes lost their haunted look. And when the time came, she gave birth to a healthy baby girl. She named her Hope. Alexander was there, holding her hand the whole time as she cradled her daughter. She looked at him through tears. Thank you. You saved us. He smiled softly. No, Amira, you saved yourself. I just made sure the world finally saw how brave you are. With Alexander's help, Amira returned to school. Special arrangements let her learn while raising hope. And years later, she stood proudly at her high school graduation, baby Hope in her arms. Alexander, her guardian, mentor, and the man who never walked away, stood in the crowd, smiling through tears. Though life had once been cruel, it had also shown her kindness, the kindness of one stranger. And when people asked her how she made it through, Amira would smile and say, sometimes all it takes is one person to change everything. If you were moved by this story, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more emotional, powerful stories. Let us know in the comments where you're watching from. We love hearing from you. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and keep believing in humanity.